Okay, once I have the JPEGs created, it's time to move on to the actual focus stack itself. I use a program called CombineZM. It's a free software you can download off the internet. First thing I need to do is load up my images, and I'm just going to use 4 of them as a sample here to speed up the process. Otherwise it would take a little bit of while for it to do this. It doesn't look like much because this is kind of like doing HDR and it's an untoned map image, but all I have to do is tell it to do the stack, and it will go through and do an actual focus stack. Again, I'm not using all the frames that I would have taken, just to speed up this process. And it takes a little bit of time for it to crank through it, and that's why I only chose 4 separate images. But this is the process I go through to create these focus stacks. Gives me a lot of information. I'm really not sure what exactly it's doing. I'm sure the programmers would be able to tell you exactly what this does, but it looks like it's about done. I apologize. Maybe I should have just chosen 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 frames instead of 4. But if you can imagine how long it would take if I have 15 or 20 frames. I may run this through some software to edit some of this out. So once it comes back up, we'll be able to continue. Yeah, it's getting close now. There we go. There's our final focus stack. Now, one of the things you'll see is it does have a mirror image around the edge, and that's because as the camera moves, it isn't getting this part of the frame in some of the latter images. So there is kind of like a kaleidoscope effect to the outer edges. Don't worry about that. We'll deal that with the next step. The final thing to do is save the picture as a final JPEG. And now it's off to the last step, which is to edit the final focus stack.